For me, good sex is like, I'm a passionate nigga. Like,
yeah, you know what? At this point, we're gonna have to cut because I can't deal with this.
what up, everybody? It's your favorite people, the Menisms men out here. Michael Scenario.
Very welcome, Kwaka.
And we are back with another episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing to all the audio platforms and also to the video platforms, to the social media platforms. We are back again with another episode as we are winding down season 1. What's up, everybody? So we're about to get to the season finale of Menisms, and we appreciate you guys for following us on this journey. So because of that now, we need you guys to do something for us. We need you guys to send in your
experiences. So send us your experiences. You know, we have several topics, and we're going to list the topics later, but some examples are post-nut clarity, dating in Lagos, social anxiety, financial anxiety, you know, and a few others. So we're going to list them, and we want you guys to share your experiences, your nastiest, most toxic experiences.
Be honest.
Give us some gist.
Be honest. We want to actually see everything. We've been honest with you all season, so it's time for you guys to be honest with us.
Yep.
And we're going to have some conversations, going to have some very special guests.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to hearing from you guys.
Yep. All right, so send in your questions and your experiences.
How you feeling about we're coming to the end of season 1?
It's been a good run.
Yeah, we tried.
I think the season has really nice episodes. Yeah. But we've got something special for them in the final episode. But before we even get to any of that, I mean, we have to do our usual today.
We have some questions.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the first question?
All right, let me take the first one. So the first question says, "Hi, good evening. Please, I have a question and I need your opinion. I have a guy friend whose feelings I can't interpret. He's most often unresponsive to my texts and calls, but when we meet in person, he's a whole new person. In brackets, he's respectful, very jovial, and likes to tease. He's very handsy too in person. So he hugs, passing hands through the hair, and always wants to hold me close, but never to the extreme to make me uncomfortable. I initially decided to let him be because I began feeling I was forcing myself on him, but his touchy nature when we meet in person confuses me. What could be good?" Okay.
This is a laugh of guilt.
Because you've done it before.
No, I'm not saying it's me they're talking about too, by the way. I'm just saying, like,
you can relate to...
I can relate. I'm a bad texter sometimes because I just... Especially now, like... Humbly, I say this in terms of the position now that I'm doing content, all this stuff. A lot of my work is on my phone. Okay. So I hate now being on my phone because I'm always on my phone.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like even the messaging and all that, like sometimes I'd rather call you, but if I see you in person, because I feel like even in Lagos, everybody tries to put so much emphasis on the relationship, on communication on social media if you guys are texting. But if I see you in person, obviously it's different because that's genuinely how I feel about you. You get what I'm saying? It's just the timing of how often do we see, like...
Okay, so to answer the person's question then, since...
I'm giving you answer. I'm giving the perspective.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like you're the best one to actually give us an answer because you know what the guy is facing. So because her question is she doesn't know what's going on. So you as the guy in that position... What's going on?
Like, I told you, like, it's just maybe so I'm just not. Some people are not phone people. Like, they're bad with text.
So you're feeling her, but it's just about being bad at text.
No, it's like you have to. Okay, let me give you an example, right? There's some girls now, and this is where you see the difference sometimes. I'm not saying it makes it right and all that, but then this is why I said it's like I'm learning about communication. Because some girls will tell me straight up, like, yo, I don't like the way you take your time to reply my shit. Like, and all that, and it's like, oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Like, now that we've had that talk, fair. Then some girls that don't have the talk, like, see how she said, I'll let him be. And it's like, okay, you let me be, I let you. And it's like, it's not even like I have anything against you, because like I said, if I see you, I know the feeling that's genuine, but you just said, you let me be, instead of communicating.
So I get you, but I'm sure where she has a problem is that you would also hate if a babe would always just be so giddy with you when she sees you, but then when you're trying to text her afterwards, she's not even replying your text.
I'll call her. I have some girls. No, I know that even for me as a guy, there are girls that when we see each other, like it's all love. Like we obviously even flirt a little bit, but it's like it's genuine
but the
friendship.
minute you guys don't see,
but if we don't see, it's not even like it's bad. Like we're ghost to each other. It's just like I say, it's just communication pattern. But then there's some periods that we'll just call instead, because you know how some people say texting is bad. From a 1 hour conversation on the phone can solve a lot of the texting.
Yeah, so but I'm sure she has some resentment in that. You've not texted in a while, and so you also know that you've been wrong. So, yes, exactly. So you also know that you've been
I ain't
messing
gonna
up.
lie, I need to text some
Yeah,
people.
so
No,
you also know you've been messing up, right? And when you now see
I'm
them,
not
it's
saying, and the thing
are
is,
we gonna act like you haven't been?
but
ignoring
here's
my
what
texts?
women need to understand, and please let this be known that if we're not texting you, it's not about other women and all that. Because some girls always say if they don't text you the way they did, they're other babes. It could be true, but no, because I won't lie. Like sometimes you may get a little sidetracked, but genuinely, it's not that like all the time. Like I said, some dudes don't. Guys don't use their phone as much as women, in my opinion. Like the way women are the one that controls social. As much as they young people, women are on social media longer than men and all that stuff. Etc. So that's why I said like even now that we have our phones, we might check a message or two, but then when our day starts, unless it's like work stuff, all that, it's like.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that sort of answers the question. So I guess she should think.
I hope you
one
understand
angle.
the perspective. At least understand the perspective. I would say talk to him. Literally say if you like him and you see he likes you the way you do, tell him. Say,
Yeah,
yo,
like,
I don't
address
like
the
the way
problem.
you're taking time.
Yeah. So okay. So I guess the summary of that is just address the problem so you guys know exactly what's going on between you two.
So I'll read the second one you answer.
All right.
So me and my bae have been having a lot of issues. She had gone through a lot and she said I should try and understand her. She wants to love, but she don't know how. I could see she's trying. I am doing every bit I could, but she told me recently I should try to be her friend, that she needs me to be that also. I guess I've been more of a lover. Oh, wait. Oh, apologies. That was the wrong question. We've done that question before. Sorry, guys. I was wondering. I was like, this sounds very familiar, you know, but apologies for that, guy. That was an old question, and we answered that. So here's the question for today. Hi, guys. I have a question. I've been talking to this guy for like 6 months. We met from work, but I had to leave for another state because of my job. We do things like couples and stuff except for sex. I've asked this guy, guy, we've been talking and everything seems perfect, like we dating. What's your plan? And he tells me I'm not ready to rush into a relationship, and this long distance thing is something he messed up on in the past. And also, let's go with the flow. I really like this guy and pretty much find or think we have honest conversations. As a friend or elder brother, what's your say on that? I'm a fan of your podcast too. Shout out to you. Yeah, what's your opinion, bro? You look guilty.
No. I'm not actually.
All right, fair.
So thing is, okay. Again, I think it's a communication thing, right? Because clearly, for her to be in the dark as to what's going on between them, because she said they're doing things like a couple,
But they've not slept together.
But even then, that's even the scary kind, because then she could even say it could be the sex that's keeping him. But then if they're not even having sex, and he's still sticking around and trying to do couple stuff.
Women will say he's sticking around just to wait for the sex, because that's the one thing women hate.
No, but funny thing is, I think, like, of recent, they don't think they feel like guys are impatient. So they won't stick around long enough just because of sex.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I feel like guys are patient.
Before, yes. I think nowadays guys are just not as patient, right? Because, like we talked about in one of our episodes, you meet people easier now because there's a lot of social media and stuff. So unlike before where, you're like, I've put in so much in this babe already. It could just be that from talking, right? You guys will just know, okay, you know what, this one does not seem like he wants. Let me move to the next babe. Yeah, so now they won't really think of it as he's waiting around. So if they're not having sex and he's still sticking around, she's thinking, okay, well, he seems to be serious. And then to bring it on the table and it says it's not ready for a serious, you're just like, What do you think?
He said it himself. He's not ready, so it's up to you now to decide what you want.
But that's the thing.
He's not ready.
But this thing is actually bad because Nigerian men do it a lot.
No. Let's just be honest with ourselves. That's how everybody gets in trouble. Okay. He has said, "I don't want a relationship. I'm not ready." He still respects you and he still likes you, but he's told you,
and he's still doing relationship things.
You are the one now. Women have the control. That's why they don't realize. Okay. You have the power to say, am I going to stick around, continue this because I'm enjoying it? Or, you know what, I don't want to get my feelings hurt. I'm not going to continue. Or, since he said that now, I don't know. That it's your choice. He has already said, this is what I want. You decide if you want to continue. Because you like him, like I said, you're choosing to still stay around. But then if you're choosing to stay around to try and change his mind, that's how some people get hurt. Because he's already said one thing. Yeah, sometimes the opinions change and all that fair. But if he said it, what else do you want him to do?
Yeah, so I think the only thing that will really solve or answer her question is she just needs to sit him down and have a proper conversation. If he's coming off like he's not trying to have that conversation, that's already your answer, right? That's already your answer. Just move. I mean, it might not be easy. I don't know how much she likes the guy, but it seems like a lot.
That,
Yeah.
but he sees feelings.
Yeah, so it might not be easy, but the best thing for her is to just walk away. Except he's someone who really likes her, would communicate everything and would want everything to be clear, so there's no, she didn't know this is how I feel, right? So if he's still being ambiguous in that, okay, he's saying that he doesn't want, but he's acting like he does, which is mixed signals, then, I mean, just walk away if he's not giving you any straight answers. So, yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Again, shout out to you guys for always sending in your questions. We appreciate it. And like I said, as the season ends, we have a lot of surprises that are going to come in for this finale. Yeah. But yeah, on to today's topic. Now, today's topic is a very interesting one. It is the opposite of a topic we've done, and it's going to require us to be open, which I hate, but I love at the same time. It's good conversation. So, today's topic is good sex and the things men do for women. Now, unfortunately, I have a lot of stories, but it's not every story you all are going to hear. And I'm sure you do too, Moriwa. But let's start with things men do for women. Let's start from the beginning. Like,
Okay.
As a kid, I feel like it starts from the foundation. Like, as little kids, you know what you were doing for girls. Like, especially for me, like, unfortunately, I grew up in Yankee, so me, I was just on that R&B mode 24/7, man. Like, I used to sing so sick.
Fucking kill me.
All right, here we go. So, what I used to do was I sing, right? So, I used to sing R&B songs for girls all the time and all that. Like, I'll start off with Sammy and all that, Usher. Then the one song I used to sing religiously was Neo's So Sick. In fact, what I'll do is when 106 and Park will come on, all the black American girls will come on, we'll be on the phone together like, yeah, you watching 106? Or Neo's about to come on. Neo's about to come on, I'll sing it for you. Ding, 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 ding. I'll put it on speakerphone, I'll start singing for them and say,
please.
I'll do some moist stuff. What about you? Like, what's the early memory of things you used to do for women?
So I definitely know that I used to want to share like my favorite toys, but I would say it's my favorite toy so that they know the value of what I'm trying to share.
The toxic side starts early, ladies and gentlemen.
So I would want to, but it was more like again, I mean, at that age, I was like, what, 5? At that age, or I think maybe like 6. At that age, you're not thinking you could get anything from her. But you're just hoping she likes you back. Like, you're just hoping that, it's like you like her, she likes you. It just felt good at that time.
Do you know, I tell people this, that the feeling you had as a kid or as a teenager when you like girls, it doesn't feel the same. Like, there's adult love, but it's not like that kid. It felt when good, you liked her, you liked her.
Exactly. So you would do anything then. So then I would try and share my, like, nicest toys. I would also, like, wow, thinking about it now, I still do lots of those things now. That's so wild.
It's just in an adult way.
Oh my gosh. Like, I would even do things like intentionally not finish my food so she can have some of mine. Like, just like...
Oh my God, this guy is moist.
Corny ass nonsense. Yes. Rubbish. Yeah, I say that because I still would do something like that. Anyways. So, yeah. So, that's far back.
I do this thing. I don't know if you do it. That's why I say, how you said that we still do things now. Like, I used to always love getting girls' attention in terms of, like, I'll have to do something that the girls will notice. So, obviously, there was sports and all that, but it was more like, it's funny I say this now, entertainment stuff. The irony, as a kid, I'll do stuff that girls would find entertaining, that even, like, another confession. So, like, even when I moved back to Nigeria, like, at my grandma's school, I used to be the only boy that would go to the all-girls school, right? So even, like, to get attention, I remember even as early as 10, I'll bring some of my guys from primary school, like CTC, like, to come with me and all that. Then we'll start playing, like, tag and all that. But then the thing is, like, I'll instigate it. Right. So I'll, like, hit them or something, talks to them. They'll start running around the girls' court. So all the girls will start looking like, who's that? Is that my mom's grandson and all that? But in my head, I know what I'm doing. It's like, you need to know who I am. And then even fast forward, like, another thing I did, I've talked about, I sold a talk shop and all that. But I think, like, I've always done that. But as an adult, let's switch now. When you started, what the things you start doing for women as an adult now in terms of, like, it could lead to something. Like, I know, for example, like, by the time I got to uni, for example, like, the things I'll do, like, I still do it now, to be fair. Damn, like, the long date. Like,
Go ahead.
you know,
Confess. Give yourself up.
if I like a girl, I can't lie to you. If I like you, you have me. Let me just be honest. Like, I'll do.
So you hear that, everyone? So that's an ad for Yoruba men. That's an ad for Yoruba men. He's just said that if he likes you,
I like you. Not everybody you are.
So please, any woman that he tells those words, know it's coming from a Yoruba man. He's definitely going to tell you, if I like you, you have me. Okay?
What?
You know his line now. Again, good ad for Yoruba men.
This is how people get in trouble, though. No, because I know myself. Because the thing is, I know I do a lot. Like, we'll share stories, but like, tell me if you're the same. Like, when you like her, you can't control it.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to this.
Like, how are you when you like a woman?
I'm sure the audience already knows I can relate to this with all my past stories.
So, like, how are you now? When you like a girl, like, how are you?
So, you know what, let me just go right to it and, like, say several things I've done for women, right? And in most cases, I mean, in a good number of cases, even for the sex, right? There's just a lot of thrill, a lot of everything, and you want to see it through to the end. Now, I can tell you, I've taken a flight to Enugu just to meet, like, yeah, and I mean, it was definitely worth it. I'll do it again.
I respect it.
But like, it was something that I think it was even, because when I try to think back on what even, because of course my eyes would clear after that, you know, and then I now see how not sustainable that is to have to fly every time, because, you know. But thinking about it now, it was more the thrill than the end results. Like, so
the thrill is fun.
So I was trying to, like I said, you're going to see it through, but you're not necessarily seeing it through because what's at the end is what's fun. You're seeing it through because, like, that journey, the journey to actually get you, like, the thoughts of you're actually booking tickets,
bro.
You're on the plane. You know. So you'll be on the plane and you just be like, am I actually really flying for Pum?
See, my opposite. I've driven or walked, like, in London now. Like, when I was in London, like, I would take some journeys from, like, I live in Wembley now, for example, in London. I can go to West London, deep South London, that's 2 hours away.
Why?
Because, the fan girl I've been talking to is there.
Not me saying why.
She'll say pull up. Then in Lagos now, for example, she tells me I pull up in mainland. I will drive to mainland, take Uber. Like, it makes no sense, the things we do. But then let me ask you a question now.
Yeah.
What are the levels? What would you say is your main reasoning for doing these things? Like you said the thrill. But then there's also the sex too. So if you had to pick between the two now, what's your main thing? Because for me now, like, I actually don't think of the sex. It's weird.
And that's what I remember.
I know it could happen, right? But the thrill, if you're a girl that gets me out my comfort zone to make me do certain things. Like
the things in between.
Like, yo, this girl's actually making me do this shit? Like, I bet.
Yeah, so anyways, to answer your question, right? I mean, yeah, I'm not thinking about the sex again. Like I said, like the end result wasn't really the highest point for me. Like, it was more the middle, more like all the things that happen in between, right? So, and I guess because the sex wasn't what was on my mind, when we now finally had the sex, like, it wasn't enough to bring me back. You get, it was like, not that it wasn't good. It was good, right? It was good, but like I said, if the sex was the reason I was going in the first place, then it would bring me back. But it was more about the thrill, and now that the opportunity now has happened. Like, so now that, like, now I'm talking about the story of flying to Enugu.
I get what you mean.
I've now done that. You get, so I don't see what. So
it wasn't the sex itself that. I respect that.
Yeah, so I don't see what.
And it's funny. Some women would. It's good we're being honest about it now. Like, some women won't see that way. That's why every woman will be saying, "Oh, it's just sexual. It's just sexual." It's like, nah. Like, okay, it's a chemistry going. There's something that's going on.
I want it to be like, I came that way to see you.
Yeah.
Like, so it means that we're talking on the phone. I have that much interest to actually want to, like, be closer to the point where I'd have to, so yeah. And I definitely it was thrilling, and I have done that. That's so shameful.
Unfortunately, because
I was going to say I've done that for like 5 to 6 dates that's a shameful
so
thing
for
to
me,
say.
my dating is weird. My dating life has just been calm. It's calm but interesting in terms of, like, since I'm in Niger now, and that's why I tell people, again, disclaimer, when I keep saying about my stories, because these people I love you all, but, like, I'll be real with you, I'll fight.
Oh, but this will always kill me.
Like, now that it's like the last 2 years now, my dating experience has been here, because I haven't even traveled and all that. I'm going to travel soon, so it's like the traveling or things I've done is like the late night trips and all that, like, you are and all that, you get them late, like, it'll be those late texts and all that is like, am I really going to drive all the way to Aja? Am I going to drive to Chevron? Am I Agungi, all these other areas? You're like, am I going to go? Why not? And I'll be driving late. And then you'll be asking yourself, Mayowa, should you be out on the road at this time?
Let me tell
and
you.
it's like,
Let me tell you. So I just remembered now that there was also one time. So I was staying with my parents then, right? And this was in like 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, no, what? Not 2017, right? Yeah, thereabouts. So I was at my parents. No, in fact, no. I think I'd moved out, but I was staying with them. There was some reason. I think I had to go somewhere early the next day, and their house is closer to where I needed to go and stuff. So I was staying at theirs. Now, it was like 11 p.m. Obviously, like, lights are already out. Everybody's trying to go to sleep and stuff like that. And as much as, I have my own apartment and stuff, there's still some things you still can't do like that while you're at theirs, right?
Yeah.
So next thing, I'm texting this babe. And then it's one of them ones. I'm texting her. This is like 11:30, and we're texting, like, we're sending risky stuff, we're already just...
Yeah.
And your mind is not really going into... I mean, you know that, okay, with all that, maybe I'll see her tomorrow. Maybe I'll, And then next thing she goes... Maybe she says something, and I'm like, don't make me come over. That kind of thing.
As in what? How are you?
So she does something.
Yeah.
So she says something, and I'm like, don't make me come over.
Oh,
then.
it's you that?
Yeah, so I'm the one that's like, hey, don't make me come over. But then again, that's me just saying it out of, making conversation.
Let me shoot my shot.
And then next thing she goes, come then.
I love those kind. See, thing is, women don't understand. Confident women there's something sexy about it. It's like, I hate, especially in Lagos, I hate like the stereotype they say about, oh, men chase. Like, yo, some of us are prizes. Like, make me want to come to you. If you send that kind of text, what do you think I'm going to bring in return?
I left my father's house at 2 a.m. This was like,
done.
I left, and you know one of them ones where you already know when you start your engine, somebody might hear something. I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. So I started my engine. I had to open the gate slowly. All that padlock noise. I had to be very careful. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I went to her. So this was from Lekki Phase 1 to Ikoyi. And I got to hers. So she was still up, everything. Oh, and mind you, I had a 9 to 5 then.
Dead.
So I was going to work in the morning. So I got to hers. It was like, I think that was even one of the best experiences we had together. And the thrill of I had to go back home by 5 o'clock. Because as I'm getting home by 5,
I'm staying,
I can't even sleep.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I come that late, I'm staying over. Like,
bro,
I
was ready to stay over, but this was me. I was like, fuck, I should have just taken my clothes. If I had taken my clothes, then I'd just like dress up from hers and go to work from there. I was just thinking, my laptop is still at home. So I'm like, fuck, I have to go back home. And so this was like 5:30. And now, it's one of those 5:30 that the sun is beginning to rise.
That's a word.
I was like, fuck. So I rushed back. Now, this time, it was still a little dark, so I had to like almost creep back into the house. And then I couldn't even sleep. I just got there, got dressed. Now, luckily for her, she didn't have work the next day. She was just going to be chilling.
Nonsense.
And then I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
That's what I said. Like, men, like women don't understand. Women
happened?
have all the power when it comes to making us do everything. Like, even me that I talk my shit, like, I know how I'll get in control back. But if a woman gets to that place that, like, she has that control, that even makes me more attractive because it's like, okay, I know there's a real attraction. Because, like I say, you meet so many girls that you say, oh, you're attractive, but what makes you different that's going to make me say, like,
Yes, I know what you mean.
Is you I need to make an effort with.
I know
but
what you mean.
Without saying that now, let's talk to the second part of this topic now. So we're going to talk about, with all this now, I'm talking about good sex amongst men. Now, very interesting topic because we talked about bad sexual experience, but good ones. Now, see, me, I don't really talk. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, hey, if I'm being real on camera, I don't really talk about my sexual experiences outside. Like, no, for me, like, I know everybody will see me like, oh, you date streets and all that. I'm like, no, I'm chilling. But at the same time, I'm very particular because me, I still have my Yankee mentality.
Okay.
Where, for me, good sex is like, I'm a passionate nigga. Like,
yeah, you know what? At this point, we're gonna have to cut because I can't deal with this. What's this R&B shit that's going on here?
Wait, you see, this is why I don't. You see why I don't.
Oh my goodness.
No, because on some real, like,
Man
no,
said he's a passion.
no, like, also, if we're being honest, but, you know.
Let me tell you why this is killing me. Because I immediately pictured you trying to be all
What?
genuine and some shit in bed. Bruh, don't kill me, please.
What I hate is
One of them corny ass slowly take off your shirt.
No.
Don't kill me, please.
Nah. See, when I
Don't
say
kill me,
that, I'm
please.
not. No. Let's just say no.
Alright.
What I mean by that is like, I like to actually get to know a woman. Like, let's actually talk about our shit and all that. And it's like, I'm selfish. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, even like, for example, something like threesomes and all that, I don't do it. I know. My boys always look at me. Are you mad? I've run away from it. Like, I've been in the room.
Wait, no, hold on. Let's be clear though. Are you saying just male, female, or even
In
male,
general,
female?
definitely not male, but even in general, no, I'm not doing it.
So male, female, no.
I've said I've been in the room, my bro, at a party that one girl liked me. It's a long time ago. Long time ago. So we're in the bed now and all that. So I know she had a crush on me and all that. So see, we're talking and all that. So we start kissing. So her friend now comes in the room looking for her. So I'm just like, oh shit, your friend is here. So her friend's like, oh, don't worry. Shuts the door. Yeah. All right. So I'm just there, all right, with the girl, and then I'm just like kissing all that. So in the back of my head, I know the other girl is there. So in my head, like, I'm like being cool about it, like, yeah, you good, don't worry about it. Like, also, I'm being the man and all that. But in the back of my head, I'm like, oh my God, somebody's there. Like, so next thing you know, at one point, I try and play it off. Now. I'm just like, hey, yo, what about your friend and all that? It's like, don't worry about her. That girl was to turn off the light, comes to join us in the bed. So now both of them are in the bed. I'm there, like, I'm still trying to play it off, like kissing both of them. Then at one point, in the back of my head, I'm just like this. Man, I can't do this. At one point, I had to now bust the light, like, hey, yo, somebody's calling me. Yo, hello?
No.
I'm coming downstairs. Yo, I'll be right back. Ran downstairs.
Oh my.
Now, to say this is not saying I'm a shy dude. And, like, I handle my shit. But what I mean is I'm selfish.
You're particular.
Like, if it's the case, one by one, let your friend wait outside if that's the case. Like, no, let me be real. I don't need to lie for you guys. Like,
wait outside.
That's why I said, like, for me, I'm more on that, like, let's get to know each other. Now, in saying all this, it is toxic.
You have a serious problem.
No, because I know some girls. No, but I'd rather be honest. Like, let's get to know. Because I'd rather be comfortable. If we're comfortable, then all that freak shit is between me and you.
Fair.
What about you? How are you?
So, I mean, I'll definitely start off by saying I'm very, very. What's the word I'll use now?
I just like to give a quick disclaimer, by the way. If you see me doing this, I am not showing the drink. No sponsorship. I'm just saying no sponsorship. Go ahead.
So yeah, so I would say for me, I'm a pleaser, right? Like I'm a pleaser start to finish.
Easy.
So my best kind of sexual experiences are when the girl just lets me do what I need to do to her. Like,
interesting.
So yeah, in fact, sometimes it's not entirely a turn off, but sometimes, so you know, like this thing like girls want to do sometimes where they want to tie you up, and they want to like be all sexy and like they want to like edge you, just tease you and all that stuff. I mean, it's nice, right? But all that time, I'm just thinking, yeah. So I'm just gonna need you.
Have
to
you ever
wrap
been
this
tied
up?
up?
Yeah, I have.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, you don't even have to. Just don't kill me right now, please. I've laughed too many times this episode already. She's doing that, and all I'm just thinking is, yeah, I'm gonna need you to wrap this up because I need my go. Like, yeah, I need this to be the reverse or the opposite. So, I'm a big pleaser. So I like to please my women. Right.
So let me ask you a question now, because some women now could say that's good, but there's others that can say that's selfish. In terms of, because I learned that.
But it's hard for them to know if they're going to be getting a lot from it.
Because I'm 50-50, where I'm like, yo, obviously I'm a pleaser, but I'm a pleaser, but you two, like, when I say not even 50-50, I even lie. Even 80, I'm not even selfish. 80-20. Okay. 80%, I'm a pleaser, but you have to show me that 20% that is like, okay, I see the potential.
Fair enough. Ooh. Yeah. So, I would say that the good ones, one of the best ones I've had, just generally, are the ones or the best ones I've had rather, are the ones where I full on. In fact, it's nicer for me when, I'm sorry to have to say for those who may be affected by this, it's nicer when they're addicted.
Wow.
To the pleasure.
Strong word.
So It's nicer when they're
That's
addicted
toxic.
to the pleasure. Hey, I apologize. So it's nicer when they're addicted to the pleasure. So that way, it makes the pleasing so much nicer.
Oh yeah.
So it makes it so like you can just see in their face, I cannot do without this.
And that's why I said I calmed down a lot because I think my relationship spoke me because obviously before that I hadn't been in a relationship, but any girl, if I was with them, like if we would go to that level, we were close. Mm-hmm. But then like I said, being in a relationship, like you actually have the most. In a relationship, you're gonna have the most passionate sex you've ever had. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I said something, like you say, you confess some things, and you mean it too, that you just like, bruh, I didn't even know this side of me was, yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I got this anymore. What?
Like, that's, and it's like, no, but at the same time, not even just that, like, no, you also do your freak shit. Like, it's not every time passion. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, it's not every time, slow. Like, you want to mix it up. That's what I mean by you understand. When I say passion, is that you understand each other. It's not just slow. You understand each other. Because there's that sex that is like, you're just doing, and yeah, it's good, but it's like, we don't even know each other, understand each other. I'd rather, like me now at this point, I don't really like that. Like, yeah, we can do, like, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I know that. But I'm saying I don't
Disclaimer.
The one that we don't know. Like, I'd rather like, yo, we understand. Like, tell me what you like. I'm going to tell you what you like.
So I mean, because I was going to ask a question, and actually that kind of like, just really steers me in that direction. So would you say there's a pattern to the good sex experiences you've had? Like, would you say, it's usually when the girl is like this, and then this happens and we do this, that's usually when the sex is always lit? Or is it more like it's different for like different people?
I'll say it's more the surprises. Because that's what I said. When you get to know somebody, it's always going to be a surprise. Because, like I said, for me, it's like...
I see. Okay, I think I see what you mean.
Because me, like, there's some girls... Like
someone who seems like a snob or whatever.
This is going to sound funny. This is going to sound funny.
Okay.
Have you ever talked to some girls now that you already know the conversations leading to sex? Like, you already know it's a sexual conversation. Like, you might talk, but you know it's like that.
You will talk on...
So it also leads to what you said about the anticipation. Like, you already talk like that. Like, yeah, like, it might be good, but that storyline, like you said, of the one you're getting to know and all that you don't even realize that, yo, this girl got that freak in her that you didn't even
Hey guys, we have a lover boy man here. Like, we have a heavy lover man here.
That's what I said. I ain't on streets as you think.
I mean, Mario ain't got nothing. Usher ain't got nothing.
You are sick.
I mean, hey.
This guy is trying to form all innocent and everything. Meanwhile, no, but you see, that's what I like is, I always, even what's funny is my Nige guys, my Lagos boys, oh my God, shout out to my guys out here. But everybody always makes fun of me because, like I said, it's funny how the perspectives are different with Lagos guys and Yankee guys, as they say.
So let me tell you,
unquote.
right, I can really relate to what you're saying. That's why I can understand the scenario perfectly. And that's why I have a problem with it because, you see, this behavior in Lagos will get you dealt with.
You see, as much as I'm saying this thing, I'm sure some women will say, "Oh my God, I didn't know it was a good." It's those same women that will play the same game.
So so this used to be me, passionate and everything. I like the part where you get to know the person
until they play you, and then you're like, I wasted my damn energy and strokes on you for what reason?
But during the time, it's always so fun, and like I said, the journey is always so I can definitely relate.
No,
to
but here's the funny.
Don't do that again.
But then, no, at the same time, I prefer it because, like I say, when you're honest with the woman, right? Especially in that whole, are you doing a relationship? Are you leading her on? No, I'm not even leading you on. I'm being myself. You're being yourself. So when we even have that, like, there's no worry of, what are we? What is this? It's genuine, like, we got to that point that we're close. Now it's just probably us sleeping together. That's it. Okay. Like, because I'm not doing today, tomorrow. Like, no.
Okay. So now, I was going to ask you, if you think about all your good sexual experiences now, right? Would you say
There's not many like that. I beg go, disclaimer, please. So the way I saying good, I beg go, hey Joe.
Please, that's between you and your women.
Even the way you're saying that women plural, like.
Anyways, so would you say that if you think about all your good sexual experiences now, would you say that I won't say the best, but maybe like the top 3, right?
You have to answer the same question, though.
Yeah. So would you say that the top 3 are people you were not in a relationship with, or people you were in a relationship with?
I've only had, in my entire life, I've only ever had, and I know how old I am, I've only ever had 3 girlfriends, like, officially. Okay. And one of them, two of them, we were young. One was a real adult one. So obviously, no matter what, because that first one was my real adult one, obviously, like, that's going to be there because that was the only real relationship. Then the other two, yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, yeah, you answer. Come back to me. Come back to me. Oh, yeah, you answer. Your top three.
All right, cool. I'll come back.
You answer. You answer.
You know what? I mean, this is going to be very awful to say. Again, apologies in advance for whoever may be affected by this. But if I'm being very honest, relationship sex is good because it's nice and passionate, right? But you see the one that is like peaks it. So you know that one where you guys are talking, right? You guys are talking, and from talk. In fact, it's not one of those ones where it took you guys so long before you guys did. In fact, almost maybe like the first day or two that you guys met, you guys even went straight to like second base or something. So at that point, right, you would expect that both parties are seeing it as okay, we're just being casual, but somehow you guys have like good energy and you guys keep your energy, so you guys keep talking. Hold on, no. Now, in this time, of course, sex is still happening intermittently. It's good sex, right? It's good sex, obviously, so that's why it's happening again. But it has now stopped being about the sex. You now find that you're enjoying the person's company. Now, you realize that...
I've been laughing anyhow just because it's so... We all live this. It's so relatable. We know exactly... We don't even need to say anything. We know exactly what we're talking about.
So... You're beginning to enjoy her company. In fact, you find that you want to do more things for her.
So you're getting drawn in now to the person.
Yeah. So now she's saying, and she's not even asking. You're the one saying, "Wait, when last did you shop for groceries?" Like, it's been a while. Come, let's go, right? Now that let's go is you just want to be within her company. You just want to see her and be within her presence. Okay. Now at this point, you already know you're kind of catching feelings, but at the same time, your head is still straight. Like you still know I can't date this girl, it's not going to work out. I'm not there yet. Your head is still straight. But what your heart is doing is a very different thing. So you're really moving and you're progressing, and then you're getting to the point where, small things are beginning to make you jealous. Very small things.
This is going to sound messed up. Let me ask you as a guy. You're still going to answer the question, by the way. You're still going to answer.
Okay.
Have you had to, as a guy, especially with the sex now, have you had to sort of remove your emotions from the person in terms of like
for the sex to be good?
No, for it to not get worse,
right? Man said okay. So
no, I like this. No, because I know you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I know exactly.
There's some girls like you say like there's like okay, like if I think one of my like I'm just sticking to Lagos. So there was a girl like I said it was good as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you, but she set the tone like early. Like it wasn't even like on a relationship. It was just like we were very attracted to each other, but not even just physically. Like we were cool, go along. Like even that first day, she left her mark. She did something that she left her mark. That I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna see you again. Boom. And we didn't rush it. Like I'm not wanting to rush this. Like even if I know you want to, like I'm not gonna rush it. Like unless let it happen naturally. Because if you rush it, that's the one that you're like, what was it? So by the time we didn't rush it and all that, like the first few times that we did, like it was good and all that. But like you said, as we started getting more comfortable with each other, as we started hanging out more, I'm actually understanding your body now. I'm understanding what you like.
You
what?
See that? The sex, that sex. So now, disclaimer. So, because I imagine
that's the one that you weren't even cuddling before. Like, you probably do. You sleep on each other's side like this. Next thing you know,
okay, so again, disclaimer. We know it's toxic, okay? Like this, we know...
It's not toxic, don't mind them.
Very
Don't give them that agenda. It's not toxic, we're being honest. It's not toxic,
a very
it's
toxic
honesty.
behavior, particularly because it's not good for yourself.
No, but the thing is it not better, like you say, if it's with that person, like you say, okay, if you guys are having continuous sex that it's with each other, fair. But you've already set your boundaries. Yeah, you're going to get more comfortable, which means it's going to get better. But then
the problem is...
No, fair. The problem is when they're not honest, when you're not honest with each other.
Yeah, but it always gets to that point in every Lagos relationship, please. Everybody starts...
In every what?
Every Lagos relationship.
That's a quote right there. In every Lagos relationship.
In every Lagos relationship.
Because that's like, you know what?
Everybody just starts lying.
Because for me personally, I've had that period where I've had that early in my life, like, it's just sex.
Okay.
Maybe talk once in a while. And I don't even like that.
Okay.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some
'Cause
people
then-
enjoy
'cause
that.
it's just nothing, yeah.
Some people enjoy it, to
I
be
get
honest,
you.
because
I know
that's the
what you
time
mean.
you get to be your full freak self with that person. You know, you don't have to worry about stuff. Because we had to realize there's people that like sex like that, that's good sex to them. There's some people, let me ask you a question. Ooh, do you like having sex sober or lit?
Okay, so this I hate that you already know the answer to this question, or that your answer is also the same, most likely,
How
but
do you know?
sober.
Sober?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I want to remember every single moment and feeling, sensation, everything.
You know what's funny? I don't mind lit anymore. Wine. If it's with the right person.
Wow,
No,
this
it's
is
not
too
the person.
specific, bro. Like, did you just do this yesterday? Talk to us. Wine? Sounds like something you did just yesterday.
No,
It sounds
it's
too
not
fresh.
something- Nah, man.
All right. Okay.
That's how people get in trouble. I'm just saying, no, because you said what makes the best is like the moments you remember.
the wine one is definitely good,
Because
chill.
I'll say wine because I never really used to be a wine drinker like that until, like one day I'm just sipping on the red wine with the girl I'm seeing and all that.
And it just feels good.
There's a different feeling I had.
There's no
and then
hangover,
There's a
there's
different
nothing.
look she was looking at me. Because even I'm just like, are you okay? No, like, she just be looking at you like this. Like,
Again, are you sure this did not happen?
no, this just
Okay.
happened. I'm just saying.
All
It's a good flashback.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's like, and even the wine, like, as I said, it makes, especially the woman, like, she's going to be more open and shit. Like, she's going to be more free. As I said, I'd rather, like, I hate sex that we're both uncomfortable. Like, we don't even know each other. It's just like,
The funny thing is, I think for me, the worst is not even that one. The worst is when I'm the one that's not uncomfortable. So the person is enjoying and the person's happy.
But you're uncomfortable.
I'm just like,
oh
why am
my gosh. Women don't talk about that. Men don't talk about this thing. Oh.
Where it's like,
No, but then they'll say, how'd you get yourself in that position?
you always, that's the thing. You because you've done the journey, right? But the end sexual experience, because again, end sexual experience might not always be the good one. So those bad ones that happen, but the person's also sweet and nice, and you actually met them and you like their person and you still like their company. That's the worst kind. Where but then if you say no to the sex, it's almost like you
Reject them?
Yeah, and it's almost almost like how you feel about them is changing, even though it's not. It's not because you still like them genuinely. Like you like, but
Do you know
it's
there's
just
some
the sex that's just not
there's
doing
some
it for
funny
you.
girls, like there's some girls I know there's that tension, right? I still am not gonna sleep with them. And it's not even a case.
Okay, finish.
One is a case of I don't even try that relationship. Just in the back of my head, like I don't care what the person says, just for me. And then two is like, they're fine and all that, but I just don't see them in that way. It's weird. Like there's some fine girls that are our friends that you don't see in that way. Like it's like for me personally, there are a lot of everybody says that you can have fine friends. You're thinking, I promise you, there are some sexy ass friends I have. I've never thought about sex with them.
So the funny thing is, I'm not even sure if I should say this because this is shooting myself.
Speak your truth.
Shooting myself in the foot.
Speak
But
your
I'll
truth.
be as political as possible. Okay, so funny thing is, I think thinking about it now, of my top three. Okay, so I already mentioned that one of them is the already catching feelings for the person, being really comfortable with them, sex. Then there's the I know how stereotyped this sounds, but there's the we're not supposed to be doing this sex. Oh my goodness!
I don't do that anymore.
Now, sorry again.
That's too toxic for me. I don't do
Again,
that
like I
anymore.
said,
I don't do that anymore.
Again, like I said, please disclaimer: we're not supposed to be doing this. Not that you are married, please, or
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you have a boyfriend.
That's
not what I'm talking about.
I tell you, I don't do that whole your boyfriend.
Yes.
Single
That's not what
women
I'm talking
only.
about.
Single
Please,
women only.
disclaimer. So what I mean is, we're not supposed to be doing this like, maybe her friend likes you, but you don't like the friend. She's the one you like. You see. Let's be real. These things happen. Or it could even be that it's somebody that your close friend dated, but like it's been years, and then you guys kind of like just you guys just clicked. But then when they were dating, you guys never talked, and you're like, oh wow, you've been this cool.
I have a confession. There was one time, right?
Oh man.
It would actually make the sex even better for both of us. There was one time, like you said, not supposed to be doing this. One girl, like we were very cool and all that, and we always like had that like energy, like but we're flirting. But like I said, we never pushed it and all that until like organically happened. So she used to just always warn me about like I said, Lagos thing, like her friends will warn me her about da.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll tell her straight up, like you're with me right now. Talk to me. I don't need to lie about anything. And eventually, like she knew how I was and all that, but she'll be hiding it from her friends. I love those ones. That's why. That's what
that's what I was talking about.
That's what I said, the cockiness, because now, like you said,
Toxic stuff.
your friends know you ain't supposed to, but I'm here breaking your back, you're screaming, you're doing everything, and when we look, and when we're with each other, it's mad. But then when you're outside with your friends now, also I got to give you a little room.
Oh, let me also tell you the worst one is even the one where, like, so you know sometimes like people could see you guys, maybe you and some baby are not supposed to be having sex, right? And then they see you guys outside, but like, because you guys are cool, so everybody just know, oh, yeah, that girl, she's just, my hours guy, she's not really anybody. Whereas the one where they don't even know you know that girl, but you know the girl knows everybody in your circle, like, okay, so let's say she knows or maybe one of your guys was trying to move to her.
Yeah.
And, maybe they got to second base, but they didn't get all the way.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then you know, but it's like, I mean, they didn't date or anything, right?
Yeah.
So then you now meet up with her, or you run into her somehow. And your guys don't know that you now talk to her, or the guy that was toasting her does not know that you're now talking to her.
So me, like I said, the selfishness.
So just
once my guy has been like my actual guy.
You want
lock off.
So that's and that's you now. See, for me, and that's why it's very toxic. I know. See, I've accepted it. It's very toxic.
See, like it's like me. Let me give you an example.
We should really not be like, if we get caught, this is fucked up.
So like, let me
see that one.
You see me and you now. Like let me like I'll give the viewers like we're guys. We're still getting to do it, and we're getting closer now. But it's like, for example, if I didn't know before that he talk to a girl or whatever, it's none of my business.
Oh, can you imagine this?
No, I said before.
Right.
But if now I find out like, oh, Mui is talking to her something, what?
You step back.
Because that's not even just you, just my guys in general. Like, so once I hear, it's like if you're trying to write now.
I get that, child.
Like if I know, like, or even if I hear, to be honest, even if I hear past, like I can't lie to you, I'm that selfish. If I hear past, I'm like, what happened? I don't judge, but what happened?
Yeah, so I'm the opposite. I literally do not give a shit. Like I'm just like, oh, you guys almost got married. Oh, that sounds good, but I'm gonna blow her back. Like all the way to the front. Like I'm gonna, I'm
too selfish.
And
that's why I hate Lagos too, because everybody assumes, especially in like your position, especially for me, everybody will see girls saying, "Oh, I'm sure." No, sweetheart. A lot of these girls are my G's and all that. I've known for years. I've been doing events for years. If I was sleeping every girl, there's no business. So it's like I'm picky. That's why I said I really like it, and I like it that way. That's why I said like Lagos has even calmed me down, because you're surrounded by so many fine women and all that. But it's like I said, for me, the personality I just get, it's like bored. Not even bored with like, oh, there's options. Like I know what I like to break your back. Like I need that.
Yeah. So now that even brings to another question. Right. So now we know the kind of sex that is good. So basically, we've even concluded that.
You still never say your top three. You still never say your top three. Yeah.
I said so already. I said so. The first one is what's the first one again? Yeah. So okay,
you said one about the one we're not supposed to do this.
Yes. So that's the toxic one. So there's that one. There's the one where you guys are already in your feelings. But
yes, and getting to know each other.
Yeah. So third one now is where I'm getting to, and I was also going to ask a question. So third one for me is, and I was going to ask if you're also the same. So you know how you have a spec. So I won't say a spec per se, but let's say you already told yourself, I love thick women, right? Okay, so you tell yourself, I love thick women.
You gotta be bigger than me, baby.
Then you now meet, because sometimes you talk to someone.
Can you define thick, by the way? Because I just realized what I said. I don't, not in a rude way. Like, I like thick women, but when I say thick, it's like, bigger than me, but I have to be with the.
Yeah, it's lift your door. Yeah, so maybe that's you. For me, like thick could go, a little further than so. Let's not deviate from the topic at hand. Yeah. So I also like thick women, right? But I've also got to find out that I've been with people who are not my spec. Now we're getting there. I've been with people who are not my spec. In fact, I normally wouldn't. So they're good looking, pretty faces, everything, but they're not thick women per se, right? And because they're not thick women, on a good day, no, this is me even being honest. On a good day, I won't even like really look at them twice. But like I ended up meeting, in the first started I experienced that, I ended up meeting the person in like a friendship setting where maybe it was like a games night, everybody's just being like friendly and stuff like that. And I'm seeing her, she's fine as hell, and You know, she speaks well. She's smart. She's everything. She's fun. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I want to see you again. And then, I mean, one thing after another. And then we ended up having sex. Now, you know when you believe that my spec or nothing. I had this non-spec sex, and that has to be my number 3, where it's like that was not my spec, but jeez,
You see these small ass girls that look small as hell. Or, I don't want this to sound creepy or some shit, but I'm just speaking my truth.
Yeah, slim
The
girls, yeah.
slim girls, or even these small
Petite.
girls. They look that she looks so
Petite.
innocent. Only for this.
petite. So,
Hey, bro.
so
That's
yeah,
all I'm gonna
so-
say. Hey, bro. Like, hey, like.
So that brings it up because so my question to you was gonna be, so would you say that your best sex tool would be like the spec? A spec had anything to do with your best sex experience? Like, does it still have to be that, okay, you know what, for it to like be complete, you must also be exactly the spec I have in mind? It could even be like a Kim K
I
type
kinda
body.
like the best, like I said, the best. If the sex was that good, you probably had me coming back. Let's just say that, because, like I said, I'll be coming back. Like, and the thing is, like, she would know. I feel like she would know. Like, that's why I said, like, I can't really. I know it's different. I can't think of it. That's gonna sound bad. Not like I already know my one. Like I said, the X is gonna be there. Then the other two, like I said, one definitely had to be my. Okay, you know what? The best one, actually, now that I think about it, was the international one. Actually, now that I remember it.
Is that because you guys didn't have enough? You didn't guys always didn't have a lot of time to do it. So in the
Nah, I
times
mean,
that
no,
you
we had what? We had every day that week. She was every day.
no, that's what I'm saying. So like, because it's long distance.
no, it was just the chemistry. Like,
Okay.
she was attractive as hell. Like, I liked her. We got to know each other like real well, like openly. That we were comfortable with each other. So that was top. And then, like I say, the girl. Like, there's some girls, like I said, the ones like, if you get close enough, like, I'll understand you. So, yeah.
All right, I have one last, because I think we need to round up again.
Time.
So, but there's one aspect of good sex that we haven't spoken about yet.
Yeah.
And has good sex ever put you in trouble?
Many times.
All right.
Many times.
I'd like to hear one or two.
In fact, I learned as a guy early, you
Stop
cannot
having good
perform.
sex.
You cannot perform too well because the same people that were saying, "Oh, it's just casual. Oh, it's this." Okay, and I've learned, and that's why I
Tell
said
us a
it's-
story. Tell us a story.
No comment. I'm just saying, I know what I mean by, you can't, if you know, you have to, that's what taught me honesty. Because before I used to lily-dally, like younger me in college and all that, I'd be lily-dallying around the place. Because, like, not that I'm hurting these women intentionally, it's just like, I just didn't know how to communicate like that. You get what I'm saying? So, obviously, by the time we get to that point, the sex is good as fuck for both of us. And then next thing you know, it's causing problems because you're leaving this girl in a disarray. While Lagos has actually taught me to be honest with women. The girls would tell me what, because like I said, a lot of girls already assume that, oh, I'm on streets, this girl. So by the time we talk and they're shocked, like, you're actually like this, yeah, even if you're trying to fuck, like, this is how I am. Simple.
Exactly. So, I mean,
But that's a good question. It's put me in trouble.
It's put me in trouble.
God, I think I've come. No.
Now, so in my case,
Somebody flew
listen to me.
internationally. Internationally.
Let's not forget this. This is me now saying my top 3. One of my top 3s is the toxic one where we're not supposed to be doing it. If in fact, if you were talking to my friend, maybe not my guy, but someone I know, and you're like, oh, but I have something, I'm just like, okay, did he take your vagina with him? No? Okay. So, yeah.
I think we're starting to understand you more. It's interesting.
So at that point, there have been times when, maybe the guy feels like he wanted more from the girl. She wasn't quite giving, and I was just there blowing her back out.
Don't get me wrong. It's vice versa too. There's some girls that I've had like girls that they put me like. Yeah, I'm the one that's almost running mad. Like, what the?
Again, so it's put you in trouble where you even start like wanting to think some random stuff. It's like you want to start cutting off all the people because you're trying to give room for her. Don't do that.
My friends all embarrassed. Like I said, my friends all tease me. There was one girl that had me hooked. And my friends all were warning me, Baba, you just came to Lagos, so no do amo. No do amo. I'm like, no, I got it. Yo, I trusted the American thing. And me too, we were doing our thing good and all that. By the end of it, like I said, all of them, we told you. I only told you. It is
man.
well. Well, good episode. Very
Well, yeah,
open.
very good.
Very.
episode.
I'm scared for when this comes out, but it's okay. Good episode, bro.
Yeah, there's no way we could even put all this in one episode.
Because we were gonna say
season two is gonna have a lot of part twos. Yes, season 2 is gonna have a lot of part twos. But anyways, thank you guys again. As usual, always like, comment,
appreciate you guys.
Subscribe. Send us emails, send us DMs. You can see we always answer the questions. So send us as many questions as you guys want us to help you with. We're not love doctors again. We're just gonna give our own perspectives on what we feel like we would do if we were in your seat, in your shoes. Quick disclaimer, ladies, stop telling your friends every damn thing. If the sex is that good, you can tell them, but know which ones you're telling. Because low key, that's how the gist goes around. They'll be seeing these guys talk. It's them going to say, oh, he did this. Oh, you think that girl too's not? These women are smart too. See, that has put me in trouble because I've had times where it's like, oh, so I heard about you.
No, the friends now will even be more friendly with you. They'll see you, oh, hey. And you're like, why are these ones being so bad?
But anyways,
another conversation for another day.
Yes, it is. So thank you guys again. Remember to subscribe. Remember to listen to our audio podcast.
Yes.
We love you guys. I mean, the love is crazy.
Shout out to everybody that keeps following, subscribing. So we'll be back again soon
for the finale.
For the finale. Wow.
You guys, look out. Again, we got a surprise for you guys. So,
all right, so next time, everybody, thank you.